7 items. That is all you need to build an essential wavy hair kit. Today I'm going to help you work out exactly what you need to embrace your natural waves and curls. There are endless wavy and curly hair products out on the market. Things like scalp scrubs, deep conditioners, brush styling tools, detanglers, products that will create bouncy curls, products that will create loose waves. It goes on and on and on. And particularly when you're first starting out, it can become so overwhelming so quickly. In this video, my aim is to help you put together a simple, basic, essential kit for your wavy hair. There are 7 items in total, and you may already have some of these things. Plus, I'll include different options that will help keep this to a really budget-friendly wavy hair kit. Although this is not a step-by-step routine, I am going to try and talk about the products in a sort of logical order, or the order in which I would use them in my wavy hair routine. First up, let's talk shampoos. There are 2 different types of shampoos that I believe are absolutely essential to your wavy hair kit, and those are sulfate-free and a clarifying wash shampoo. A sulfate-free shampoo will be much gentler and much less stripping for your waves and curls. Our type 2 hair texture already has a tendency to be on the frizzier and or drier side, so a non-stripping sulfate-free shampoo will be so much kinder to your curls and waves. One of my really key tips is try to get really familiar with reading ingredient lists. There are 2 great resources that you can use to become more familiar with ingredients, and the first is Inky Decoder. You can copy and paste ingredient lists into this website and have a little bit of a read about all the information. It will give you some incredible detail about what different ingredients are and how they have an effect on you. And then there's also a website called CurlSpot, and that will tell you much more specifically whether a product is suitable for wavy and curly hair. Now, if you're following a curly girl method or a wavy girl method, CurlSpot will be really invaluable to you because it's much stricter about the type of ingredients that you can use. So I highly recommend both of those websites. A couple of recommendations for you guys for 2 of my favourite sulfate shampoos, and that is firstly Rhyme and Reason Wave Revival shampoo. Absolutely love this. I have been using it for probably about 7 or 8 weeks now, and it is the one that I reach for in my shower every time I wash my hair, unless I'm doing a clarifying wash. It's free from silicons, sulfates, parabens, I believe also mineral oils. It's also animal friendly and it smells really lovely. It is just an absolutely beautiful shampoo, and I used it on my hair today. The second and potentially even more budget-friendly option is the Tresemme Curl Hydration Shampoo. Again, free from absolutely everything you would want it to be. It's completely curly girl approved, so another really great option, and is quite often discounted on Amazon, so keep an eye on that. But of course, there are loads and loads of options out there, and it's always nice to try different things. I always these days just make sure that I copy and paste the ingredients into CurlSpot first to make sure that it doesn't have any alternative stripping cleansers, even if it states that it's sulfate free. And so the second type of shampoo you need for your kit, in my opinion, an absolute essential, is a clarifying wash shampoo. The reason this is so important is because generally with type 2 wavy hair, you want to wash your hair less often, you're using a sulfate-free shampoo, and you're potentially also layering multiple styling products. So you can have a tendency to get product buildup. For the health of my scalp and my hair, I will follow a clarifying wash routine when I need to. I've linked mine here in case you need a step-by-step guide on how to clarify your waves. There are lots of different clarifying shampoos that I like to use, and it kind of depends what I'm trying to achieve that day with my wash routine. So for example, if I want a really, really good, thorough, deep cleanse, if I feel like I have got quite a lot of product build-up, I would go in with something like the Umberto Giannini Hair Detox. It's just such a great cleansing shampoo. It won't strip my hair, it won't make my hair feel dry, but I really do feel like it breaks down all the product buildup and washes it all away and really does clarify my hair. Today, for example, I did actually clarify my hair because I realised it had been quite a while, but I also wanted to give my colour a little bit of a boost. So I used the Beauty Pie Wonder Blonde, and that includes Ulfin Sulfonate again, which is a sulfate cleanser. And I used that to give myself a clarifying wash, but also to help refresh the blonde tones in my hair. Some of my other favourites would be the OGX apple cider vinegar and also a Vino Do one. In fact, I prefer the Aveeno one over the OGX, but sometimes I find it harder to get hold of. Ideally, what you want to opt here for is a low poo shampoo. So that's a shampoo that has a cleansing agent within it, but is on the more gentle side. However, if you're starting out and you've still got loads of products at home, and you've got a ton of sulfate shampoos, I wouldn't let them go to waste. I personally would and did use mine up, and just make sure that you follow up with a really good deep conditioner. As long as you're not using that sulfate shampoo every single wash day, I think you'll be absolutely fine to use it as a clarifying wash. I'm counting shampoos as one item, so the second thing that you will need as part of your wavy hair kit, I'm pretty sure you can see this one coming, and that is a conditioner. But the really important thing is it's a conditioner that gives your hair loads of slip. What I mean by this is when you apply it to your hair, it gives you the texture of wet seaweed. You want a conditioner with this quality so that you can easily detangle, brush, and squish to condition your hair while you're in the shower. So first up, make sure it gives your hair lots of slip, and then pick a conditioner to suit your hair type. So for example, I have high porosity hair, particularly towards the ends it's drier, so I'm looking for something with protein. If you know you have low porosity hair and you need moisture, those are things that you should look for in a conditioner. But first up, you want to make sure it's going to give you that lovely slippery seaweed-like texture. A firm favourite of mine is the soy protein Aldi conditioner. It is only £1.09. I feel like I go on and on about this conditioner all the time, but it has just been so transformative for my hair. I absolutely love it. But there are loads and loads of options out there. One of the things I do try to focus on much more these days is also making sure that they are silicone free, or at very least the silicone is water soluble. Item number 3, in my personal opinion, is a non-negotiable for those with wavy hair textures. This is the item that I absolutely would not want to be without, and that is my much loved wet brush. I have it here with me. It's still got hair left over in it from this morning, but generally this lives in the shower and I use it to detangle my waves when my hair is full of conditioner. Honestly guys, this thing is absolutely bloody amazing at detangling without snagging and without pulling or causing any damage. It's really, really flexible and bendy, so if it does come across like a tangle or a snag, it won't just yank it out. You can kind of then adjust and just very, very gently brush through. I just can't say enough good things about it. I absolutely love it, and also I really like the look of it. I know that shouldn't matter, but it is just really, really cool. I got mine from Amazon. Before that, I have had a tangle teaser for years and years, and this, again, sorry, gross, it's full of hair. This is the one, I think I had got this for Christmas one year, like in the mid 2000s maybe. I have had it for so long. You can see, I'm so sorry, it's so gross. The bristles are quite bent at the sides and stuff, but honestly, also an amazing product. If I had to choose, if I was starting out now, if I didn't have anything, I would go for the wet brush for detangling in the shower these days. But I also have one of these as well. I do really, really like this, but I actually prefer the original. And again, I wouldn't buy this over my wet brush, but those are 3 brilliant, brilliant options. And so many people already have one of those. So again, you don't need to go and buy something new. As long as you've got something that you can detangle and brush through your waves when you're in the shower. So even a wide tooth comb is a really good option. you don't need to go and buy something new, but if you haven't got any of those, then I absolutely would highly recommend the wet brush. Next up, and you want either a microfiber hair wrap, towel, or even just a really, really soft t-shirt. This is going to be for micro plopping and then plopping your waves and curls. You micro plop your hair once you've formed your curl clumps and it's still soaking wet, and you just kind of use the towel to scrunch and pulse. It'll give your waves more definition, and it also removes the excess water. But you want a really soft fabric to do this. This is one of my much loved hair wraps. This is actually from Dock & Bay, and the texture of this is just so soft. So it won't cause frizz, and it just beautifully soaks up all that excess moisture and gives that definition that I was talking about. But I don't have them to hand, but I also have a really, really good, I think it was a 2-pack from Amazon of microfiber hair wraps, which again are super soft. They come in tons of different colors, and I think they were 2 for about £8. So I'll see if I can find the ones that I bought, and I'll link them below for you guys. But when I first started out, I actually just used this t-shirt. Nothing special about it at all, other than it is a soft t-shirt material. And if you watch any of my older videos, I'm pretty sure there is one where I'm either wearing this or I am using it to micro plop and then plop my hair in. So yeah, an absolute essential item, but you again don't need to go and buy anything as long as you've got a soft t-shirt fabric that you can use. Right, item number 5, absolutely vital in my opinion. But before I get carried away talking about why, I'd really love and appreciate it if you guys, if you're enjoying the video, which I'm hoping you've got to item 5, you might well be, if you could let me and YouTube know by hitting that thumbs up button, I would be super grateful. Thank you very much. So the vital item I'm talking about for number 5, a diffuser or a diffuser attachment. Now, I'm sure there are lots of wavies out there who would say that you can just let your hair air dry, so a diffuser is not a vital part of a wavy hair kit. But personally, I just can't get on board with that statement. A diffuser will give you so much more volume, so much more definition, and to be honest, you'll get more consistent results. And I think particularly when you're first starting out, that's something that you really long to achieve, a little bit of consistency with your waves and curls. Plus, I style my hair when it is soaking wet, so to stop me having to spend half a day with dripping wet hair, a diffuser is for me an absolutely vital tool in the kit. I mean, even when I go on holiday, I will actually take a foldable silicone attachment because I just want the flexibility of being able to create more definition if that's the look that I'm after that day. Now, I'm not saying that you need the latest Dyson or Shark or whatever other brand you kind of want to mention. And yes, I do happen to have a Shark styler with the diffuser attachment. I love it. I could not recommend it enough. It is a brilliant tool. However, I started out with a very, very simple, very inexpensive plastic attachment that I believe I bought from Amazon or eBay, which literally went on to the end of my existing hairdryer, and that worked really, really well to begin with. Just while I was learning how to use it and get used to kind of the different methods of diffusing, this was a really, really good option for me. Then the second option that I have is the one that I mentioned that I take on holiday, and it's this funny little fella, which pops out. So it's a foldable silicone diffuser head. Now, it's just so practical to take away. I mean, that's how thin it kind of folds down to. It's really, really amazing. And again, if you were just starting out, you absolutely could get one of these. I would probably go for this one over it. I think they were similar in price. I think I'd probably go for adding a diffuser attachment to my existing hairdryer rather than going for this. Only because, firstly, it was a little bit trickier to get it to stay onto certain hairdryers. And also I felt like this did get quite hot after a while. So one of the massive benefits about my Shark styler is the heat management. It is definitely much, much kinder to my hair. But these are also brilliant options if you're first starting out. But for me, a diffuser attachment is an essential item. So item number 6, I feel like this might have been quite obvious, is a heat protectant. We've just talked about diffusers. No matter how gentle the heat is that you're using on your hair, you absolutely want to use a heat protectant first. Couple of my favorites, JVN, the Instant Repair Serum. I adore that product. I haven't got any at the moment. I ran out a while ago and I am trying out a couple of different other options, so I haven't replaced it just yet, but there is so much to love about it. It is silicone free, paraben free, I believe it's mineral oil free, and it smells amazing. And most importantly, I always have an amazing hair day when I use that product. And then my second recommendation would be the Ceremonia Guava Rescue Spray. This is so lightweight, but it's an amazing detangler. It's UV and heat protectant as well, and I absolutely love it. It's brilliant stuff. No sticky residue, just makes detangling or brushing through my hair an absolute dream. Now, honestly, I wouldn't consider either of those budget options, but there are tons and tons out there. There's one that I tried recently called, I think, Be Styled, I think it was, and that also actually contained protein in it. I believe that was only $5.99. I got mine from Amazon, but I think you can buy them in Superdrug as well. I will link all of the products I've mentioned in the description box below, but that is definitely a really good budget option. It just probably isn't my favorite, so I don't tend to reach for it. So I do prefer to talk about the products that I truly love, and the JVN and the Ceremonia would fall into that category for heat protectants. Okay, final item guys, item number 7, and this has to be the most versatile, flexible thing that you will have in your wavy hair kit, and that is a satin, or if you're feeling super fancy, a silk scarf. They are so versatile. You can use them to protect your waves at night time. You can use them in replacement of a satin or silk pillowcase, and you can also use them to create beautiful hair or head accessories to kind of eke out wash day for one more day. So I particularly love the ones from H&M. They're really inexpensive and really pretty. This is one they did last summer. It's actually a really big one, so it's great, particularly for protecting waves at night. But I've got a few others, I think a black and white one that they did last year, and I noticed they've got a really similar one at the moment in store, which is cream and black, and it's kind of got like Chanel style vibes, so it's really pretty. And I will link a couple of routines. I'll pop it all in the description box below because I'm not sure how many links I can actually put in the video, but it will show you how to use a satin scarf to protect your waves at night, and also how to create a headband from them. So it's an amazing thing to have in your kit and a really good thing to travel with as well. So that's why it is essential item number 7. Now, of course, there are a ton of other things that I would recommend for type 2 wavy hair textures. Various deep conditioners, potentially bond repairs, claw grips, things to create volume, things to add texture, but a lot of those products come down to personal preference about how you want to style your waves, and also what your hair specifically needs. So that's why today I've just really tried to focus in on the essential items that you need for a wavy hair kit. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. I'd be super grateful if you would share the video with friends, hit that like button if you haven't already, and consider subscribing if wavy hair content is your thing. All the products that I've mentioned today and any videos that I think you guys might find helpful will be linked in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.